Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Brighton here, and today I'm going to go over how to dominate on Shipment, the 24/7 shipment that is in Modern Warfare 3. So let's get right into it. Okay, so you basically just want to load up Shipment and then just load into a game. So regardless of what game mode you're playing, I was playing Hardpoint in this specific one. Regardless of which one you're playing, they're all pretty fun. But I'm going to show you guys the build for this gun at the end of the game, so make sure you stick around for that, because that's going to be the main point that's going to let you dominate inside this game. It mainly comes down to the rounds you're using, how big's your magazine, and then like what gun you're using, and then the abilities you have to do things with that gun. So let's get right into it. So as you guys can see here, basically overall, in the beginning, I start off, you want to have a knife inside your second slot, and you can pretty much run around and annoy people like crazy with the knife at the beginning. Alright, so this will help you dominate a shipment, right? You'll see how many kills I got. So if you run around with the knife, it's a pretty bad tactic. It's a pretty good tactic, except people don't like it at all. I'm sure they were screaming inside game chat. But basically, this is the gun I'm using. So this is a Lockman sub, right? You guys can see how low the recoil is. It is an SMG. It does shoot extremely fast. Even that reload is pretty quick, and it's a 50-round magazine, so you could be dumping rounds within seconds. You could dump the whole mag within just a few seconds. So if you can see, the movement with it's pretty good. You can swap back and forth from the knife to the Lockman sub. It's a pretty good gun. As you can see, I'm still using that knife. What you want to do is use the knife as much as possible, but you'll see that over time, if you aren't careful with it, you'll come up to people that are that have a gun, and they're gonna shoot you before you can get them with a knife, right? Just like this over here, where I'm sure that happened to me. So once you continue, keep on getting more people, you can get a lot. So I'll just continue to wait, and basically I stayed alive pretty long, but like you see, there was a guy behind me, getting as many people as you can, right? So that gets a lot of kills. So this guy tried to get, so basically what you want to do is slide, and then you can get out of their range. So like you saw, that guy just immediately switched, but this guy was out of my range. So I started using my Lockman sub a little bit later in the video, so I'll show you guys. So over time with Lockman sub, you will eventually learn the recoil on it, and you'll also learn how to control the hipfire, because if you slide and hipfire at the same exact time, basically it's gonna make it really OP for your for the hitbox, because it doesn't really expand that much when you do slide and stuff. It expands a good amount, but when you slide and then you ADS in, it's pretty OP because of that movement that you have. It is a very controlled, and it has a very good spread, so it's a very good gun for that. If you're in a good environment with it, so like not too open, if you're like in a space where not a lot of people are, if a lot of people are coming from like mid-range, it's a very good mid-range weapon. You can even argue that long range is pretty good. As you can see, I'm continuing with the knife here, because the knife does very good in certain situations. So you want to combine the knife with the SMG, because basically it depends on what you're doing. So for example, I was running around with the knife because no one was coming to the hardpoint, and you can see, I'll probably find a clip in here where people were coming to the hardpoint, and I needed to go ahead and stop and just use the Lockman sub. So like here, you saw that I took a minute to gap, and you see that they got me before I could even get there. So that's when I actually started to use the Lockman sub. So you can also use the knife to run faster, and then pull out the Lockman sub last second. So like here, I was trying to use the knife, trying to get this guy, still got him. But basically you want to just keep on doing that as well. So I'm also pretty new to COD. I mean, I've been playing for so many years, but it's just that this one I've been playing in a while. So this is the method that I've basically found out a way to get never under 50 kills. You can always get 50 kills with this method. Lock-in subs is super OP gun. No one really talks about it. Everyone's really talking about these guns that are like popular and stuff. I'd say this is like one of the best overall guns I've had in my build, or my loadout, whatever you want to call it, for like the longest time. I've used it throughout, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2. It's pretty good. So this is also the same thing as the MP5. If you guys know in other COD, they call it the MP5. It's really good when you mount it as well. So like if you see me mount it throughout the video, with this 50 drum mag, so it's like a drum mag, it has 50 rounds. So like that many rounds, and then being able to shoot it all at once is crazy. So you can see there was this one kid with a sniper, and he was just sniping over and over and over. So it was kind of hard to control that because he was getting me super low. But as you guys can see, that right there, I'll go back. So I want to go back real quick and show you guys over here. So you can see within a few milliseconds, when you ADS and shoot, I hit like 2 or 3 of my shots. And then once you come back up, you can ADS and hit so many of your shots, which makes this gun extremely overpowered. And I know you can do that with other guns, but the reasoning that it's good with this one is because it's an SMG, you have that faster movement speed and that agility, and even the build specifically that I'm going to talk about, my build specifically, it really does get that well with the agility and then the ADS speed. So the ADS speed is really good, and it's worth it to have the cutoff for the ADS speed and then the drum mag, because that's going to slow down your ADS speed, but it's going to be better in the long term because you can pretty much hard scope. Like the way I'm hard scoping here, you can just hard scope people. So like I ran out of ammo there because I used so much. Using the knife to get back closer to them, and then pulling out the MP5, or not the MP5, the same gun as the MP5, but the Lockman sub at the same exact time. So I don't know why they changed the name of that gun, but the MP5 was the exact same thing. Getting close to the end of the recording, basically I just kept on going ahead and trying to use the Lockman sub as much as possible. You guys can see here, basically hard scoping with it. I'm telling you, it is so OP. Mostly when you mount this gun, it shoots so fast. I've beat so many ARs with it. You can beat snipers with it. Shotguns are our main difficulty when you use the knife. With this gun, you can pretty much beat shotguns too, right? It depends on what people are using, how good their build is. But mainly just in COD in general, you're going to need, it's just whoever reacts faster, who has a better reaction time, input delay, all those other things affect how good you are as a player, big time. So having these little things that are going to help you as a player, they're really gonna help you in the long term when it comes to consistency over how you play and stuff. Also, hip fire and stuff. You saw how I just hip fired that guy. When you use hip fire on this gun, there's extremely low recoil, even lower with hip fire than it is when you ADS. So using that to your advantage is really big deal, and it truly does change a whole lot when you go through that. So if I continue on a little bit here, so that scope that you see basically the reticle. So it's not really a scope, but it's just a small holographic reticle. That one's basically a good one that you would want to use on this type of gun because it keeps your vision open so that when you ADS, you can see all around. I don't like using one of those magnifying scopes, mostly on something like this, because it is a specifically it is SMG, so you wouldn't want to use something like that on something like this. So as you can see, we did get the victory, as it was domination, so it was whoever got really more kills. And I'll show you guys really quick here the round results. So these were the round results. It basically looked like this. I think I got 56 kills. I can't really see because I'm doing a voiceover, but 56 at the top of the whole entire leaderboard. Once I show you guys this inside ranked matches, I'll also show other videos of like the best ones to use inside ranked. This also applies to controller. If you're using a controller as well, it is the same exact thing. It also applies. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to go through the build right now and show you guys what the build looks like. So you want to go completely through here, and I'll show you guys exactly what I did to it. So for some reason, my build completely reset when I went into the settings for it, so I wanted to show you guys. So I went through the whole entire thing, and I'll show you guys after, basically, what I did. Okay, so this is the final build. It basically looks like this. I'll show you guys a couple times, but basically this is what it looks like. It has all those attachments, using all 5. You do need to level it up quite a good amount, but I'll show you guys more builds in the future when I do level it up a little bit more. But for now, that's the build. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.